Someone named Reds DeVille made a video called Snakepliskinist loves those pesky dames. And you know what? It's absolutely true. I mean, I want these girls to, grow up and be happy and be strong and find a way to cope with this world that we live in, to become complete individuals. And I'm willing to sacrifice the finite minutes of my life to advise them so that they can more effectively do this. If that's not love, I don't know what is. Also, they provide me with a lot of material, so what's not to love about that? Anyway, onward we go.
So this week our topic is emotions are badass, which is something that I kind of live by.
You don't say.
I love that I am very in touch with my emotions.
You have emotions about your emotions. Fantastic.
And I'm very proud that I'm an emotionally vulnerable person.
Well, you should be proud. It's quite an accomplishment. It takes a lot of planning, hard work, perseverance. I mean, first, you have to be born. Anyway, it's quite an accomplishment, and I'm proud of you too.
I like that I cry. I never want to be ashamed of me crying. I never want to be ashamed of the fact that I get sad or angry.
Yes, you have certain emotions about your emotions, but you don't want to have other emotions about your emotions. Gotcha.
Or that I get really excited. I was going to say it's silly, but that's one of society's ways of kind of shutting down emotion, and saying that it's bad and that it's hysterical and that we shouldn't be so extreme.
I think it's more society's way of saying, listen, I'll deal with my emotions, you deal with your emotions, and we'll just have I'll deal with my own emotion system, and if you just keep displaying your emotions in an overly ostentatious way, I'm just going to go ahead and ignore them, because I just don't give a damn.
For me, a lot of my politics come from my emotional reaction to seeing injustice in the world.
I am shocked. See, I thought you would have used like a factual and logical analysis. I'm being sarcastic. I wasn't really shocked. I'm a good actor, aren't I?
And all of my drive and passion comes from that, and so I think that it's definitely within society an untapped resource. We repress emotion and say that we can't use it because it's illogical, but actually I think, there's definitely a spark there that we could use.
Well, yeah, sure, those emotions can help fuel you in much the same way I eat food and my body extracts from it vitamins, minerals, and energy-containing macromolecules, and in the process turns it into stinky poop. However, it is not necessary for me to discuss my digestive processes and how they make poop with everybody on every occasion. I just like to let it silently do that shit. And I would suggest you do the same thing with your emotions. Yeah, sure. Let them do their powerful thing, just shut up about them because nobody wants to hear that shit.
I actually have a tattoo dedicated to my emotions. In fact, I guess 2 of my tattoos are dedicated to my emotions.
You have to be shitting me. You have to be shitting me.
But one of them is a quote, and it's from a poem by Eve Ensler, who is famed for the vagina monologues, and I figured I'd read that out, actually, because it's quite short, and I love it, and she basically sums up everything that I'd like to say.
Feminist reading poetry. I'm really glad that I took a heap of Adderall just a while ago, and it's starting to kick in, and I'm also drinking this coffee, so I won't just fall asleep. I might just fall asleep, but not as easily as I don't know, I weren't all hopped up on speed. God, I already regret this. Okay, go on. Read your poem.
This feels a little bit story time. Are you sitting comfortably? Then I'll begin.
I am sitting comfortably. A lot of people don't know this, but 99% of my videos, I'm not wearing pants. Proceed.
I love being a girl. I can feel what you're feeling as you're feeling it inside the feeling before. I am an emotional creature. Things do not come to me as intellectual theories or heart-shaped ideas. They pulse up through my organs and legs and burn up my ears.
My amygdala rules my brain. I don't care if it causes you pain. Spare me your fancy thinking. I'm as emotional as if I were drinking.
I know when your girlfriend's really pissed off, even though she appears to give you what you want. I know when a storm is coming. I can feel the invisible stirrings in the air.
I could talk about your feelings for hours. My vagina gives me psychic powers.
I can tell you who won't call back. It's a vibe I share. I am an emotional creature. I love that I do not take things lightly. Everything is intense to me.
That my feelings are stronger is plain. It doesn't occur to me that they're just less restrained.
The way I walk in the street, the way my mother wakes me up, the way I hear bad news, the way it is unbearable when I lose. I'm an emotional creature. I am connected to everything and everyone. I was born like that.
Put me in a thick padded room. I talk like I'm tripping on shrooms.
Don't you dare say that all negative, that it's a teenage thing or it's only because I'm a girl. These feelings make me better, they make me ready, they make me present, they make me strong.
The unrestrained emotions you see is what you should aspire to be. Wait, you have emotions too? Fuck you.
I'm an emotional creature. There's a particular way of knowing, and it's like somehow the older women forgot. I rejoice that it's still in my body. I know when the coconut's about to fall. I know that we have pushed the earth too far. I know that lipstick means more than show. I know that boys feel super insecure.
Of course wearing lipstick is just for show. Don't be idiotic. But the reason I stopped it here is because I realize you're just reading a poem, but I'm still going to suggest to you, in real life and non-poetry venues, that you don't say things like, boys are super insecure. Are boys super insecure? Maybe. Probably. But, oh god, how do I put this without sounding somehow offensive or like I'm attacking you? Are you familiar with the Peanuts character Pigpen? It's this kid who's so dirty that he's actually surrounded by this cloud of visible dirt that just like is roiling around him. That's how you are, only it's not dirt, it's insecurity. You have a visible cloud of insecurity surrounding you. I guess what I'm saying, if you'll forgive me for waxing poetic myself, is if insecurity were light, you, my dear, would shine from 1,000,000 miles away.
And so-called terrorists are made, not born. This is not extreme, it's a girl thing. It's what we would all be if the big door inside us just flew open. Don't tell me not to cry, to calm it down, not to be extreme, to be reasonable. I am an emotional creature. It's how the earth got made. It's how the wind continues to pollinate.
Well, see, there was this cloud of interstellar gas and dust, mostly hydrogen, but with some heavier elements that were produced by previous supernovas, and then things like oxygen that were produced by red dwarfs. Anyway, this mixture of gas just floating along in space, and then something caused it to start to collapse. Now, what was that? Could have been a distant supernova, radiation pressure suddenly causing a shockwave. Could have been the passing of a spiral arm of the galaxy. Who knows? But, it started to collapse, and then la-da-da-da-da-da-da, accretion disk, la-da-da-da-da-da-da, heavy bombardment, la-da-da-da-da, the Earth was formed. Your feelings were no part of this entire process, you grandiose fucking lunatic. Read a book.
You don't tell the Atlantic Ocean to behave.
You don't know that. You don't know me, bitch. I do all kinds of shit.
I am an emotional creature. Why would you want to shut me down or turn me off? I am your remaining memory.
Alright, that's enough of that shit. Let's see if there's anything else in this piece of shit video while I still have some small will to live.
So, how are you guys feeling today?
I feel mantastic. Have a nice day.